Well, it might take me a little longer. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that's here, colleagues, past colleagues. But I want to take a minute and give a special shout out to our dear friend, Councilman Igliozzi. When he was the council president, he's the one that pushed the resolution forward to make sure this school was named the Narducci Learning Center. John, I love you. I thank you very much. And John's family were also dedicated to the Silver Lake neighborhood for generations also. You know, you look back and you see 10 years ago, and I won't get into really why, but politically this school was shut down for me not agreeing with a certain person. The last 10 years, I never gave up making sure this school reopened. It was boarded up. We had homeless people living here. We had kids vandalizing the inside. We had numerous fires in this school. As you look around this community, even just look in the back here, every one of these houses are well taken care of, well-groomed lawns, and it wasn't fair to them for the last 10 years to look at this school boarded up. But like I said, not quit, and we being able to get $600 million moving forward. Now we have the Narducci Learning Center. My family, over 100 years ago, my great-grandmother came here from Italy, settled on Marietta Street. Very smart woman, 5 different languages. What she did back then was to help the Irish and the Italian immigrants coming into this neighborhood to know enough English to get, and make sure they get apartments and jobs. My grandfather sat on the zoning board here in Providence for many years, making sure businesses were able to open in the North End and throughout the city of Providence. My dad ran the Little League for over 25 years. I ran the Little League. My son ran the Little League. We touched many of children. We have a woman with us right here, right now, that attended this school in 1936, and she's sitting right there. 1936. We have other people that are standing in front of me that attended Windmill many years ago. And you know what? They're still here in the neighborhood also. My family, I was always very proud of my family. Growing up, one thing my mother and father tried to install in us, well, you have a close family, you don't need anything else. And as you get older, you kind of appreciate it more. One of my first commitments as a city councilman in Providence was I took to the streets of the south side of Providence with bolt cutters. We marched down to the Southside Boys and Girls Club. We weren't being told no by the administration back then. We cut the locks off the gates and made sure that Southside Boys and Girls Club opened up once again for the community of the South Side, and we did it. The commitment we've had with the children, it's been years, years and years. As a city councilman in the last 16 years, with the help of my daughter and of course the neighborhood and my wife Valerie and my family, which I wanted my family to come up here with me when as I spoke, but as you can tell, there's not enough room back here for everybody. But I have my brother Michael with us, his wife Michelle, my brother Greg, my brother Ralph, my sister Karen, my sister Debbie and her husband Bert, and my sister Louise is right here behind everybody. And again, my wife Valerie, my son Nicole and his wife Christina. No, my son Nicky and his wife Christina. My daughter Nicole and her husband Ian are up in the back over there. But again, I came into this school when the police department was using it for training, and there was all rubber bullet holes everywhere. When the fire department was using it for training, and there was tons of water damage. Good use, yes, but misuse, yes. I came through here when we were first looking at getting the money funded. to reopen the school. And it was terrible. It was terrible. It was all graffiti everywhere. Not one window wasn't broke. Again, like I said earlier, it was boarded up. I walked in here last Wednesday, and I had tears in my eyes. I'm looking at this school now, and I was like, well, I can't really say what I said, but I was like, oh crap. I said, these kids are gonna have an experience here that we should have, like the mayor said and the governor said, that we should have in every one of our schools in the city of Providence. Our students are just as important as students in other parts of our state. And that's why I'm so glad to be standing here again as the Narducci Learning Center. We have everything state of the art. I mean, it's totally amazing. If you didn't have the chance yet to do the tour, please, before you leave, do the tour. When we came here, okay, again, like our family, my dad was like the dad of the neighborhood. Once we got home, we had to get homework done, and we'd eat supper. Almost every night, we'd be up here in the schoolyard, whether it was riding our bikes, playing kickball, playing wiffle ball. But every one of the kids in the neighborhood knew at a certain time the Narduccis are going to be at the schoolyard playing kickball, wiffle ball, basketball, bike riding, and they would show up. This area right here was our kickball area, our wiffle ball area. The stuff we did just right here. During the winter, we would slide from what we call the Aberina. And we sometimes go all the way down. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there was one time my brother Ralph went so far down, he had fence marks on his face for almost 3 months. Again, I could go on, but I'm just proud to be here. I know my mom and dad would be very proud. I wish they could be here, but I know they are, and that's the reason why the sun's out. Because my father, even every Little League opening day that he ran, we never had rain. My grandparents, the same thing. A lot of times, my mother worked here at Windmill Street School. My mother was a cafeteria aide, they called it back then. And my father used to laugh because 3/4 of her paycheck went on paying for kids' ice cream that couldn't afford it. My mother always said, no kid's gonna go without ice cream that walks by me. And they did. My wife worked here for quite a few years. So again, the commitment, the opportunity to stand here today at a state-of-the-art school for our students is incredible. With that being said, again, I want to thank the governor. I want to thank the mayor. Mary Beth, you do a great job. Thank you. Fonte Gree, thank you very much. Council President. Governor, thank you. Governor, you guys have been great. Just do me a favor moving forward to our elected officials. Let's not stop here. Let's continue to move forward. We have the money. Let's make sure it gets to where it needs to get. I would like to take an opportunity to welcome the Pleasant View staff and students here as of tomorrow. The staff for the last 3 weeks have been working very hard setting up their own classrooms. So he deserves a lot of credit. And lastly, I do want to thank all of our teachers. We need to commit a little more to the teachers of the city of Providence so we don't have a shortage. And we keep the ones that are vested here for over 20 years. Let's keep our teachers, let's work hard for our teachers. Again, thank you everybody.